Revelation chapter 8 verse 1, "And when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour." I'd like to underscore the word silence. The word silence in the scene of the seventh seal's opening has been interpreted in a variety of ways. However, none have proven to be satisfactory. Some relate the silence with the offering of saints' prayers. Others believe that this silence relates to the silence at the beginning of creation, that is in Genesis 1 verse 2, all was dark and silent. According to Jewish apocalyptic literature, God turns this earth into silence as it was in the beginning. And the world shall be turned back to primeval silence for 7 days, as it was at the first beginnings, so that no one shall be left. According to others, it is the silence of the astonished universe in anticipation of God's judgments about to be launched on the wicked. Some Old Testament texts shed light on the possible meaning of the word silence in Revelation 8 verse 1. In the prophecies of Habakkuk 2 verse 20, "But the Lord is in his holy temple, let all the earth keep silence before him." Zephaniah 1 verse 7, "Be silent before the Lord God. For the day of the Lord is near, O the Lord has prepared a sacrifice and consecrated his guests." And Zechariah 2 verse 13, "Be silent, all flesh, before the Lord, for he has roused himself from his holy dwelling." The inhabitants of the earth are exhorted to keep silence in view of the coming judgment of God from his temple. The anticipation of God's imminent action dominates the scene and forms the basis for the prophetic appeal. The Lord prepares to leave his holy dwelling to visit the earth, and his arrival will drive the wicked into dreadful despair. Richard Bauckham points to the statements from early and later Jewish writings. "Where there is silence in heaven so that the prayers of the saints can be heard and answered in judgment on the wicked." As Joseph Battistone states, John takes the themes of silence, judgment, and the Lord's coming, and forms his own picture based on the vision in heaven. Instead of focusing on the earth, however, the Revelator pictures what heaven will be like when God leaves his holy dwelling and heads for earth, to bring his righteous judgment on its inhabitants. For about half an hour. The half hour's meaning is ambiguous. It should obviously be interpreted figuratively to allude to a very small span of time of indefinite length. There was about a half hour of silence in heaven after the seventh seal was opened. Although it appears to take place in heaven, the influence of the silence can be felt on earth. This image fits perfectly with the context of the seven seals being opened. The silence may function like a calm after the storm of destruction caused by Christ's second coming. The riders on the horses have completed their work. The sealing of God's faithful people is complete, the winds have stopped blowing, the great tribulation is over, and Christ's second coming has taken place. The prayers of God's people are heard, and there is silence in heaven in light of the last punishment to be imposed on rebellious mankind, of which the 7 last plagues are only a foretaste. Jews of John's day thought that there would be stillness before the new creation, similar to the silence before the first creation. This silence is a dramatic pause that heightens the impact of God's just judgments about to be carried out on earth. According to Revelation 6 verse 16 and 17, the scene of the shattering of the seventh seal takes place after the second coming. This silence may allude to the millennium, a very brief period of time in comparison to eternity or to the time following the millennium, when God will execute justice on the wicked and create a new world. This silence is an indication that Jesus Christ's judgment is about to be carried out, and the entire universe will be at peace. God's faithful people are soon to find rest. In a broader sense, this silence refers to the subsequent period of eternal calm that the entire universe will enjoy after the glorious victory over sin, as the prevalence of God's love spreads over all eternity.